Hello and welcome to Rainbow Valley scenario number 20 in the original RollerCoaster Tycoon game from 1999. Today in Open RCT2, our goal is to have 1,000 guests at the end of year 4 with a park rating of 600. But take a look at that opening sentence there. It says, Rainbow Valley's local authority won't allow any landscape changes or large tree removal, but you must develop the area into a large theme park because apparently we hate ourselves. So, moving on. Park's currently closed. Can't buy any land. There is no option for land rights or purchasing. And as it said on the tin, you cannot remove trees. Forbidden by the local authority. You cannot raise or lower the land. And what's more, I'm going to do this in a place where I know I'm not going to need the square. Which probably actually isn't anywhere. But I'm going to show you anyway because it's funny. We can plant trees. But we can't remove them. So be careful if you're going to put trees in because you're stuck with them. Anyway, that's probably the only tree like that on the map, actually. Well, so 1,000 guests by the end of year 4. Not hard, but the hard part's going to be, actually building a park in here because we're not going to be able to remove any trees, not going to be able to move any land. And we like to use those pre-designed roller coasters. I don't think it's going to work that well. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got maximum funding turned on. Examine our wares here. We've got a chairlift. It might actually be useful. Flat rides are going to be very, very helpful for us this scenario. Roller coasters, not so much. But we'll see. Thrill rides, water rides, boat hire, I don't know, maybe. Might be worth doing, but there's not a whole lot of water here. So we'd have to build a track most likely. And then shops and stalls. So on and so forth. I'm going to undo roller coasters, transport rides, and gentle rides. We're going to focus on thrill rides. Yeah, I don't know about water rides, but we'll leave it on. We'll leave those on. And of course, we want to get shops and stalls, because that's going to be a good way to make money. But we'll go ahead and start out with traditional merry-go-round, see if we can find a decent spot. It's also, worth noting that you can build above a lot of trees. But not all of them, because there's going to be height limits to the supports on the different rides. And you can build underground. So if there's a scenario in which you think you might want to do that, then it could be to your benefit. And I think we might want to try that. If we find a decent spot where we know we can put a bunch of flat rides in one location, and there is a way to get underground, which we do have these cliff faces here, so let's see. See if it's, yeah, okay, that's going to work just fine. Cool, but you have to plan it, right? There's not going to be a whole lot of opportunities to get in and out, but there are some. So, if you have roller coasters that you want to custom build, you might be able to get it done. But we've squandered quite enough time. It is already March 16th. So let's open the park. Of course, it is free to get in. And like I said, go ahead and put a merry-go-round in somewhere. And it's not going to be, not really going to be the easiest thing we've ever done, but we do have the option of doing that. So I think it's going to make the most sense. That is actually too high. Let's try that again. 1, not 2. That's not going to work because there's a tree in the way. But we can go ahead and go in here, change this to a dirt path, just because that's what's already in the park. And just do one of these numbers right here. You know the drill. Open that thing up. And of course, we have the haunted house as an option as well. Not entirely sure where we want to put this thing, but I think it's going to be smart for us to utilize as much of the truly open space as we can for stuff like roller coasters. So if you have a bunch of trees that are in kind of close proximity and have a little bit of space open, say like right here, you're probably not building a roller coaster in this exact spot, but you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're not going to be able to get a whole lot of paths in and out of what you're working on. So like if I put one here, there's a tree in the way. And I can't put the entrance or the exit here because there's a tree in the way, but I can here and actually, no, not there. There's another tree. So I stand thoroughly corrected. We're going to remove that and try somewhere else. But there's going to be a couple places where this is actually going to make sense. And we just have to find those. So like right here, we have the space under the merry-go-round to probably... okay, maybe not go completely underneath the merry-go-round with a path, but there's going to be a way to do stuff, right? We just have to be able to figure it out. So, this will go here and here. And again, we don't need a super long queue, but see, we can go under the merry-go-round here. We just can't connect to anything until we get to this spot right there. And there you go. So now we have a path that we can also attach some other stuff to if it's not tall. Say like right here. Oh, we can actually go completely underneath. All right, that's great. That's going to work very, very, very well. 20 cents for the bathroom because I can open the haunted house. And that's really good space efficiency. Like, not that we're lacking for it, but, you know, I really want to keep as much of this central spot open for building roller coasters as I possibly can. Because you're just going to cause a whole lot of problems for yourself if you're not careful. The space right next to the entrance probably should be something else that's not a drink stall. But I do have the option right here to pop that guy in. And we'll go ahead and put in a couple of our trash cans that we like to do on the slopes, because that's the only thing you can put there pretty much. And we need to make sure we have a handyman and at least a mechanic. So that'll get us rolling here. 46 guests. Start the process of making a little bit of money and see where we can go from here. And we already have the information kiosk. So that's good to see. It hasn't rained yet. So I wonder if, because there's a tree right here, I can't change the slope of the land, but I can change the slope of the path. So we could always raise this if we really feel like it, but I honestly don't feel like it's going to be that big of a deal. They're going to see the information kiosk and they're going to be attracted to it anyway, so that's going to be fine. Raise this to $5 like we like to do. Alright, we don't know what the next one's going to be, but we're going to want to, before we start really running out of money, we're going to want to put a roller coaster or some sort of something in. And if there's a way to use one of the pre-configured rides, then I'm going to try to do it. But you got to understand, there's going to be a lot of scenario in this specific map where it's just not going to be possible. You're going to have to custom build. So, like, I could do it right here. But, you know, is that really the best use of this space for this kind of roller coaster? Maybe. Maybe not. But you're never going to know until you try it. So, sometimes you can flip stuff around and it's going to fit in a little bit better. But it seems to me that there's really not going to be much of an opportunity for that. So if we're going to try to put a roller coaster in, it probably should be a bigger ticket item that's going to have a higher ride price. And I know we could do maybe $4 or $5 for this, but the big wooden roller coasters, if they've got enough height underneath the lift hills, might actually fit here. You remember what I said when the episode started about how we're probably not going to be able to get away with this? And then I try to do it anyway. Some people never learn, myself included. But it's worth trying, so that's probably not going to work. Well, at any rate, we are 1/10 of the way there, just about, with 94 guests. It looks like we're getting a thrill ride. I really don't like this twist thing. It's like one of the worst rides ever. But we're going to have to humble ourselves here and figure out if there is a good way to build some of this stuff. So it's just not going to want to fit in a way that looks really, really good. So what's our financial situation look like? I can go up to 20 grand. Okay. So can I build... So wooden roller coaster is kind of expensive, but can I build a coaster that's going to take good advantage of the space in the middle here and actually be rideable? I think for that we might want just the regular looping coaster. Of course, we can do the shuttle loops. You already know that. And the wild mouse, wooden wild mouse, spinning wild mouse, and then I think there's another variant of it that we don't have, are really, really good in tight areas. But again, it all comes down to the lift hill height, because the Wild Mouse ride doesn't really have... Okay, that's not even the correct vehicle for that. It's like, all right, if I want to go and build one of these just by itself, I got to get away from that merry-go-round sound, man. If you just want to build one of these by themselves, then without a custom pre-built design, like, you can make a pretty good one without it being a huge deal. But it's also very, very easy to build something that just really sucks. So, be warned. So, if we have 3 station platform things, we don't have to only have this one here. I mean, we can have a short platform, we can take advantage of the space here, we can have another platform just for the guests getting off the ride, which I think, depending on how you want to do it, if you have different block break sections, which I don't have access to in this one, you can actually have more cars, that is. But see, we're already at basically the top of the lift hill here at 40 feet, and like, it's like, sure, that works, but is that actually going to be like the best possible thing to ride? Like, it's not going to let me do this. Oh, it actually is. Okay, well, never mind. So that's going to be like absolute nightmare fuel to ride. Let's take a look at it. See what it ends up doing. I love how it plays the lift hill chain sound in ghost mode. That thing's going to be going quick. That is going to be an intense ride. So that's a 45-foot lift hill. I don't think it's going to make it all the way up. No. So that is a crash waiting to happen. That is not going to go well. So this goes up to 30. It's very hard to get all the way back up with these. But if you're smart about how you have the coaster laid out, you can actually make something pretty compelling in a short distance. But I'm trying to bleed off... Oh, yeah, see, that's not even going to make it all the way down. We might have to make this a chain lift for that last little bit, just to make sure... this thing doesn't crash. But what I'm trying to avoid is I'm trying to avoid high lateral G-forces, because the car is designed to lean. And it's not going to need the help making it any more insane than it already is. So that takes it down to 5 feet, which is below the height of our station platform. Take a look at this thing. I think I can... Nope, there's still the coaster in the way. All right. Because there's one of these where you can kind of create like a fake S-turn by doing that large one and then the small one. I just want to see how horrifically bad this is going to perform as a ride. So let's test this. Oh, I haven't built the entrance yet. It's going to be angry with me. All right, so this is directly over the path. This is not. We'll have those go on both sides. All right. Send one car up. Like, I want to see how terrible this is. Because if it's not actually that bad, then it may be viable. It catches the lift hill, and it goes down again. That's going to be some pretty hefty G-forces there, so it might actually be lateral Gs. Really? Okay, it's not red. Alright, so maximum speed 42, 23 seconds, very, very fast in terms of ride length. 3 vertical Gs. Lateral Gs aren't red. But the fact that it's taking this long to get us a rating back is a little concerning. Now, of course, we can make this much longer if we want, but I wanted to see if I could make something super small that wasn't going to be complete garbage. Alright. Is it just going to, you know, take its time to do that? Is it not going to have a rating at all? Sometimes when it takes a long time to do a rating, it comes back and it's just like the most heinously awful thing you've ever seen. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do it for me. Well, taking a look at the G-force graph, 3 Gs for vertical Gs is really, really high for a coaster like this. But I'm really curious to see just how awful this actually is. So, we're going to find out Yeah, it's still not available. Is anyone going to ride this? Okay, we got guests going on there. Oh, what? Oh, okay, we can make that better. The intensity rating is only 1.86. I figured it was going to be super high because of how high, not high, how, I swear, vertical G's and lateral G's were. But hey, if they want to pay $3 to ride this, then who am I to say no? I want to go to something more thrilling. Ungrateful. Ungrateful. I toiled over this for about 45 seconds and you're not even grateful. Good job. Well, we know it's not going to kill anybody, so I suppose that's a bonus. Yeah, they're definitely not excited about it. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. We'll close it. We'll let those people get off, and then we'll add a little bit after this lift hill. I told you I'm not good at making custom coasters. Well. Oh, somebody jumped for joy. Who was that? Darby S. It was great. You loved it? Good for you. Alright, let's make something that isn't quite as terrible, shall we? Alright, so that's going to come back out here. So we can keep this. But I want to see... There's a tree in the way. So, can we just get around the tree? Yep, Caucasian fir tree in the way. Unfortunate. So now, turn the ghost thing back on. There is a tree here. But will it let me... No, some of the coasters will let you occupy two of the same things like that. Nope, tree's in the way. Is it going to let me get away with, putting this in here? This is a lot of lateral G's, so it might not actually like that very much. But we give them a little bit more of a... no, that's not going to work. Give them a little bit more of a drop. Or maybe I just have that one just like a little bit of... Ah, nope, the tree's in the way. Never mind. We'll just keep going like this then. But if I do the small radius curve, that's going to be... See what I've done now is I've created more of a mess for myself. And I said, oh, I don't have to have a super fancy thing. And then I proceed to do exactly that. Now, if you like lateral G's, then you're going to love this. Because it just goes around and around and around. That's probably going to be a mess. But, we have the ability to go ahead and... nope, the mouse coaster is in the way. Alright, so I guess this is just going to end up being one of these kind of deals. It's probably not going to make its way back up around here. We'll probably have to put a lift hill in. But I am very curious. Okay, yeah, so that's not going to work, and those two are going to crash. And it's going to cause all sorts of pain and suffering. Yep, there you go. Okay, so... then this will just have to get a lift hill, and then that's all she wrote. Okay, now, let's turn that off. Let's test it. Do exactly one, and hit close. And we're going to watch our lateral G's here. Yep, up to the top of the hill. Okay, so that's where you get your 3. But it doesn't get close. There's a lot of variation, but it doesn't get close enough to be, like, truly awful. Vertical G's don't really do too much. It still goes about as quickly. But it's longer, and it's got more back and forth, so, maybe that's a little bit more of an exciting thing. We'll go ahead and reopen it. Hey, there you go. That's a higher excitement rating, but look at that intensity. That's 7.5. That is probably worth charging more than $3 for. But I guess we'll see how many people want to ride it. Yes, we are 20 minutes into the video, and it is only June 3rd of year 1, and this is a... how long? A 4-year video. Alright, so we have a reasonably popular coaster. It's somehow managing to do something. Alright, raise this to $5 and we'll be on our way. Cool. Alright, so we're just going to leave that alone. Put this in a little bit quicker mode. 152 guests. We've got $4,000 of our original 10 left. We've been hemorrhaging money on building roller coaster nonsense, whatever this is called. The launch freefall is a great ride, as we know. Our best friend, the escape hatch. I'm going to try to keep some of this open so I can bring paths underneath, if at all possible. But we'll go ahead and see if there's a good place to pop this guy in. Like, if you have an area, like right here in the middle of this roller coaster that you couldn't otherwise do anything with, then that's going to be a good spot. I think this is the best angle to take a look at this. Alright, so let's rotate. Come on. What do you mean, ride not found? There's one of these orientations where it was actually going to let me do this. But I don't know. I guess maybe I misremembered here. Okay, so that works. That might actually be viable. Let's check our queue, because again, the escape hatch doesn't need a long queue. I'm so used to this being on the other side of the thing. Oh, there's a pine tree. Come on, man. Alright. Jeez. Alright, let's move the exit that way. And now I guess try to get away with... Oh, come on. Okay, I guess I can go this way. That's fine. Oh, there's a pine tree. Yeah. Gotta love the pine trees. Not really. Alright, so now we have a path here. Open this bad boy up. Again, it holds 8 people. It's a popular enough ride that we can be fine with just a single tile queue. If it ends up being a problem, then it ends up being a problem. Alright, 200 guests. Remember, the goal is 1,000. We have until the end of year 4. And now I'm very curious about this. It's making pretty good money. Favorite ride of 45 guests, huh? Looks too intense for me. I bet it is. I bet it is. 7.58. Go-karts. Alright. But what else have we missed? Pirate ship. I do not care one iota about the pirate ship. We built the launch freefall. Go-karts, balloon stalls. Let's go ahead and go for a go-kart. And of course, we're going to have to custom make it. Go-karts are great for this map because you can just wind it however you want through all the different trees. And then guests are going to love it. Hopefully. So we just have to find a good place to go. And it can be a simple thing. It can be a stupidly complicated thing. Doesn't really matter. It just has to have some way to make good use of the space. So I'm going to start, I guess, right here. Because it doesn't matter how long the platform is except to have the number of carts you want. So, of course, we're going to start with a hill climb and then descend. Ah, there's a pine tree in the way. Alright, so we got to do that one tile closer. Of course, there's a tree there. There's going to be a tree there. Can I go down again? I sure can. 25 feet is the level we're looking to stay at. So if I go into this garbage, I believe... I mean, that's not going to be the most exciting thing ever, but you do have the hill climb and then you go down right into a corner. Please don't crash and kill yourself. Then you got this mess. Well, if this is a straightaway, that could just be another station platform. We could have a super long track. So how many carts is that going to give me? 14. All right, I can live with that. And it is a track that could conceivably have a 3-lap race. Go ahead and charge $4 for it. And now all we have to do is... Oh, you know, we have to actually put in entrances and exits. There's a tree right there, so don't do that. We can easily just go ahead and put those two right next to each other. Guests are complaining about the disgusting state of paths in your park. Alright, fine. You can have another mechanic and 2 more handymen. That's going to work just fine for you. So, this, we can just go straight the way down there. Or, I think what's going to make the most sense to fully and properly utilize our space up here is just have a short queue. Just like that. And then we'll go down like so. And just connect right there. And open she goes. And look, they flood into it like a herd of... Well, locusts don't move in herds. But dinosaurs do. Alright, so let's see what they end up thinking about this. Alright, so the guy in the blue cart won. One of the blue carts. Okay, 4.56. That's a pretty good excitement rating for go-karts. Ideally, you want the intensity to not be very high either, so $4 will work perfectly fine. What's the guess per hour? 336? Is that going to change after this ride? Or is it just calculated? Okay, 336. What about our very terrible Wild Mouse coaster? 600 per hour? Yeah, here you go. 1152 per hour. That's what you want to see. Merry-go-round can do 384, and the Haunted House can do... Really? 900. Did not think it was going to be that high. Alright, Cotton Candy Stall. Thrill rides, we've gotten a couple others that we haven't done anything with, namely the pirate ship. And I did not end up building a twist, just because I do not like it at all. But now I'm very curious. I want to get those, shuttle loops. Because you know how this goes. I would love to have a big wooden roller coaster, but on this map with these trees, it's probably not going to end well. Observation Tower is kind of a pointless ride if you're trying to min-max stuff. But now we're getting to the point where we have a lot of guests, and the paths are getting pretty crowded. So I would not be surprised to see... Oh, of course, they're hungry. There's nowhere to buy food. Well, whose fault's that one? Okay, I can't put anything here because there's a pine tree, but I can put something here. So you want some fries? Go right ahead. Cotton candy? There you go. Just shove anything anywhere it will fit. Balloon stall? Why not? Randomized balloons. While we're here, let's go ahead and set the same price so we can change it later. And ice cream. Ice cream, ice cream. Where am I putting my ice cream? There is a tree here, so obviously I can't do that. I could almost fit it underneath this one, but it would have to go here, I guess. Oh, that's going to be annoying to look at. We're just going to choose to ignore it. There we go. Can't forget to have some benches, although there are some available. Wouldn't hurt to have a couple more installed. That is truly, truly annoying. So I'm going to try not to think about that. Souvenir stall, sell t-shirts, and I think umbrellas? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a t-shirt stall, sells t-shirts. Cuddly toys for all of your plush-related needs. I see garbage on the ground. So handyman hopefully can take care of that. Yep, that's the same price there. $250 for a cuddly toy is cheap, unless it's a terrible quality thing. Alright, so now we got 340-something guests. We need to start expanding the park elsewhere. And I really want to build a roller coaster that goes underground. I just don't know... I don't know if these are the right ones to choose for this, because I know the wooden coasters are really great if you can make it work. There's all sorts of variables to building a custom design. I don't really have enough money to do it anyway, but if I can come up with a decent enough design. The hard thing with these is the curves are really, really wide. Like, this is your tightest curve. It's a 2x2. And you can't really build it next to a tree, so you really have to be careful about how you have stuff weaving in and out. So I really don't think the wooden coaster is going to be good enough for us right here. River Rapids might be a good choice. Again, we have all this stuff we can build, but it's complicated enough we might as well build a custom design. See if we can have a something to take up space in the back of the park here. Yeah, because this is the original view anyway. Yeah, so if we have it to where we just have to build a path, like a singular path up here to get to the station, which would be probably here would make the most sense. Yeah, of course there's a tree there, so it's going to be a whole lot of winding around, as one does. This tree is also here, so if we want to make use of the space back here, we're going to have to do it this way. Nope, not going to get away with that either. Okay, so whirlpool time. I always like to put like multiples of these in quick succession. I don't think it actually like matters, but sometimes you can have some fun with it. Oh, there's a tree there? Seriously? Okay. Alright, well that's going to go there. Oh, you know what? I just realized if I do it this way, I'm going to have a yeah, I don't want it to be that short. That's just like diabolically evil. Just want to have a little bit of a... No, there's a tree there. Okay, so what if I just have a very short lift hill? Can I get around here? Yes, I can. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we have something to do. This could honestly end up just being an exit unless it doesn't... No, okay, no, it'll let me. Cool. No, not a station platform up there. I just want it to be somewhere where I can have the guest get on the ride and then off the ride in a separate spot and not have only 2 or 3 boats. I guess I could take this off at turbo speed. It was getting annoying listening to all that. Let's see. That's going to take me not directly into a tree. That's always helpful. See, this right here, not gonna cut it quite, so I'm not going to be able to get over this unless I go around the tree. Because this is 10 feet higher. Will it let me cross? No. Okay, so I need a larger gap than that. Alright. Are they going to be super irritated if I build this like this? The answer is probably yes, but that's fine. So, let's do a little bit down. Then do a little bit down here. So that's 45. And then I can have this come down, level off, then go to the right. It's not going to be the most exciting thing ever, but if the boat makes it, well, of course the boat's going to make it through. It's a water ride. I'm just very interested in seeing if people actually like this. So go ahead and just run the test thing. Oh, wait, that actually gave me 9 boats. Okay. Well, somehow I don't think we're going to be able to have all 9 of those going at once. So we might have to trim it down a little bit. But I am very curious. Very curious to see how this works. Why is this one just rotating constantly? It's alright. No test results yet because it hasn't made it back to the station. So we are just going to have to run this indefinitely, I suppose. Okay, well that's understandable but disappointing. I think we are going to have to expand this. See, this is why this scenario is so hard. It is just really, really, really difficult because you can't... You have to throw away everything you think you know. Alright, rapids. There we go. Makes the boats just go up and down. Do I have the ability to do something else? No, not waterfalls. I already have that. No, click on rapids. Thank you. And you can just have this go on forever if you feel so inclined. So, I mean, I wasn't trying to have this much space utilized for this, but I think... Wonder what kind of nonsense this is going to be like bumping around, getting your whiplash or whatever. But get those people rotated nice and good there. Then I don't think it's going to let me go. Oh, it will. Okay. But there is... Oh, there's land in the... Oh. Okay, well, this is going to cause some problems. Let's Oh, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Something tells me we're gonna have a problem here. Okay. Well, I guess we have to go up. Okay, I have to go up here, so that's gonna bring us up to 40 feet. No, there's a tree! Oh, you stupid idiots. Alright, so now... okay. This is the problem. This is the problem. We're going to have to go immediately up. Immediately up, and then to the left. And then I guess I can do... What was that, a whirlpool? Yeah, get rotated. Another one of those. Some more rapids. Even more rapids. Ah, I forgot there's a... Come on, man. Oh, no, I've got to go over this. I've got to go over this. Yeah, remember this was just going to be a quick, simple adventure, in and out, 5 minutes. This is why I hate this map so much. It's so hard. It's so hard, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just not exciting. It's just not exciting not to have all these drops. You go up and then okay. Like why? Why you got to be like this? You don't have to do this. You really don't. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to build backwards here. See if that's going to be possible. So now I can go... I just have to meet that, which there's a tree here, but we can go around the tree. Go out this way. Put in a little bit of rapids again. Then get rotated. And then I think if I have done this correctly, I can put in a whirlpool, get them rotated again. Alright, now this should be substantially less terrible. Let's see what happens here. Oh, now they're not rotating at all, but now they are. They're super rotating. That might be lateral G-forces. Should I check the... Oh, it doesn't measure those. Okay. Well, then maybe it doesn't matter. And all that, and it's still a 1.53. Come on, man. It's like, this is like a waste of a ride. Alright, forget it. See ya. A thorough waste of time. Popcorn stall, yeah, that's more exciting than the river rapids right there. Motion simulator, I really don't like those because you have to keep changing them around, but... Might end up being our saving grace here. We're at 450 guests, just about. Not quite halfway through the scenario, so, like, it's not hard to get the guests. It's just hard to build an actual good park out of it. I'm going to turn roller coasters on. Yeah, man, I wanted to make something over here. It just doesn't want to play ball with me. Dinghy slide is a ride that exists. Okay, the other game called this a junior roller coaster. But I want to build a wooden one that's not going to be terrible. Without just having to plop down these default things. Because, you know, it's like... probably really, really hard. Like, look at all these... Oh, wait, hold on. Did that fit? No way. Oh, but it's 12 grand when it's supposed to be like 8. So, I guess that would have worked, but, you know the drill. It's just a super, super hard thing to do. Top spin. Alright, top spin. You're going to save my butt over here is what you're going to do. Alright. I know... Oh, that's a little tall, little spindly. You know, you go to an amusement park and you see the top spin 1, right? Because nobody ever renames their rides. You see this thing on 100 feet of just the most terrible, like, Home Depot lumber you've ever seen. You know, just a bunch of 2x4s and some deck screws. It's like, are you getting on that thing? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's bad news, dude. Yeah, man, I don't have anywhere good to put this. Wait, hold on. That might actually work. Nope, there's a tree. I was hopeful that that would work. So, why don't we just do that? Bring that in with our queue here. And then bring that over this way. Okay. And turn it on. Wait, hold on. That's in beginner mode. We don't want that. We want intense mode. Because that's the most broad appeal possible. Alright. And we'll put in some benches. Put in another trash can or 3 because there's garbage absolutely everywhere. Vertical drop coaster. Okay, well that one you can build tall. Yeah, see this guy's got a really good lift hill. So it's, you know, it's possible that we could find a spot to put one of these guys in here without running afoul of all the trees. I want to build something. Yeah, see, here we go. I just have to be able to find somewhere to put the station. And I think, I mean, it's 10 grand. Is there anywhere else I can build this that's cheaper? Same price. But I'm trying to kind of spread things out a little bit. So I'll tell you what. Let's just go for broke. Maximum loan, because that's never been a bad choice in life. Massive sarcasm there. 99.39. All right, we'll do it. So, this is the vertical drop, so that's going to have to be the entrance. Gotta be careful about where the thing is going to be lined up relative to trees. But I think I can make this work here. God, you stupid. Alright. Nope, can't go up. And there's a tree. So, we're going to have to... I think... Yeah, there's probably a tree right there. That is a tree. There's not a tree there, but the question then becomes, can I still get the path through? Because of the ride itself. I don't know that the answer to that question is yes. Alright, so normally I wouldn't want the entrance to be at the far end of this, but we might need to do it that way. Looping roller coaster, well, you know what that means as soon as we're finished with this nonsense. We're going to build our emotional support roller coaster. Oh, seriously, that's not going to work? Come on. Alright, I know that's going to work. Let's go. So, obviously, there's a tree there, which, yep. Can this go just straight up? It can. Good. Alright, so let's take our path here. And then I'm just going to build this straight across. Ah, it's too low. Okay. Alright, get that out of there, get that out of there. One more there, and up one. Actually, no, we'll go flat and then up one. Alright, big 90. I'm going to go ahead and just say we're going to charge $5 for this thing. And go ahead and open it and see what happens. Well, I'm not paying that much to go on big 90. It looks too intense for me. Alright, trash cans, we know the drill. Okay, so we do have some people... Put that balloon away. Can't take a balloon on a roller coaster. It's a bad choice. Alright, did you have a good time? Oh, I got back in line, so I guess the answer to that question was yes. Can't afford big 90. Oh, how? Okay, well, what do these people coming into the park actually have in their pockets? $70. That's not that bad. Well, the line's full, so I'm assuming that means that's a success. Okay. You all know why we're here. It's time for the shuttle loop. But it may not be the easiest thing to put the... I really want to put an actual good roller coaster in the middle here, but I don't know that we're going to be able to do it. So, to that end, can I make the shuttle loop actually buildable here? That's the height it needs to be. Can I keep that height? I guess that's about the same height. We're going to start with one. Going to start with the one. Wait, hold on. That's shorter. Okay, well, I guess that works out fine. Oh, nope, it doesn't. All right. Man, I thought I had this. I just need that to go up one, but I can't build anything underneath it, and I don't think it's going to let me erase... Nope, that's the wrong roller coaster. Alright, take this off at turbo speed. Not that it matters. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to construct our own. That is not the right height. We're going to construct our own shuttle loop. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the approach. We have the vertical loop. And because you guys keep asking so nicely, how about an on-ride photo? And then get this guy, and then my own special twist, literally. Get that guy to go up like that. Now, because of how this is laid out, this is going to be a little bit funky. But I think this is doable. Now, how fast does it have to be to go through the loop? Okay, faster than that. Oh. Well, that certainly was a thing that happened. Let's test it again. You know, I figured... Oh, no, that definitely does not need to be a thing. There's a different mode that I didn't know about. Powered launch passing station. You want without passing station. Unless you want to turn your customers into mincemeat. So let's try it. We're going to have to demolish this and build it again. Because they're not going to go on a crash coaster. But the idea is you want it to go just about up to the top of that little twisty. I think I can do 45 and be okay. Yeah, when it's loaded, that should be fine. Now, if I try to open this, and they won't go on it because it crashed, then it's going to be dark times, friends. we're gonna have to build it again. But let's find out. Let's find out. On-ride photo price, that's fine. I'm going to charge $3 for that. Yeah, see, look at that. The excitement rating is up to 4.8, just about. Intensity rating is a little high. Oh, see, they're getting on it. It isn't safe. Well, alright, you coward. I fixed it. just get on the train. It's not going to kill you. Probably. Well, they're going to ride it anyway, so... Alright, now let's see what these people have to say. How about that? Favorite ride of... Okay, 10%. That's better than nothing. On-ride photo from Looping Roller Coaster 1, and then it cuts off. Really good value. Alright, so, obviously, there's still some latent public sentiment tied to the unfortunate and unforeseen accident on Looping Roller Coaster 1. But... that's why we have Looping Roller Coaster 2. It's going to be exactly the same. Exactly the same. And I do mean exactly the same, except flipped. So these guys are going to go around that way. I think I have that turning... No, they're turning exactly the same way. No, that's exactly the same way. It's very hard to tell. Alright. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. Got to make sure it is without passing the station. 45 miles per hour. And then this guy... I mean, just to keep him equal, I'll just do this. But we've got to get this path hopped in here, so why don't we... okay, what's that run into? The tree. Alright, well, fortunately, we have something called Path that can get that around there. And then we'll go ahead and turn this guy on, raise the price to $3. And set synchronize. And set synchronize. Now, this, I would like to... save this so we can use it in the future. Because it's got on-ride photo and it's got a little bit more juice to it, as the kids would say. So I guess we'll see, is the public sentiment still... Yeah, it isn't safe, it isn't safe, it isn't safe. Alright, so, let's name this. Shuttle loop left? Well, we can't name it shuttle loop, because that's what the other one's called. So this isn't a shuttle loop, it's the evolved form. What's the evolved form of a shuttle? I don't know. Probably not something that has an evolved form. Let's call it the whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo left. There you go. That's what it's going to be known for henceforth here. And then you got a whoop-de-doo right. Now we need color schemes. I don't hate the white here, but I do really like like a nice black and a yellow. That looks pretty smart. Pretty smart. Then if you give them a... I guess we could do saturated red and then red for the cars. That looks pretty sweet. But what if the bottom was that yellow? Yeah, alright. Alright, I can get behind that. Then I have the option to save this as a track design. And I'm not going to save it with the scenery. Yes, El Cheapo, there you go. Whoop-de-doo left. And then we're just going to copy this over here. And that was... You know, actually, what is this? Light brown? No, I like the yellow a little bit better. That was saturated red. And then this was the black. No, it wasn't. It was red. Was it saturated red? I really should have kept this open. Now let's open this back up again. Yes, okay. And then that is going to be saved as whoop-de-doo right. There you go. Alright, so now we can use that forever. Henceforth. It only took us 52 minutes and 33 seconds into me recording this to have an actual custom coaster, quote-unquote, that didn't suck. But more importantly, if they keep saying that this isn't safe, then we're going to have to rebuild it. But since we changed the name, maybe they're not going to know. Maybe they won't know. I think we can put in a couple more handymen, though. We have a decent amount of money. So, 10 handymen it is. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing, right? Mythbusters quote. But now we find ourselves in the middle of year 3 with only 584 guests, which is not ideal. So we're going to want to get some more coasters in. I think we're going to be able to make that happen here. But I am very interested to see how many more guests we can get in a short period of time now that we've built this. Corkscrew roller coasters. Next thing in. What else did we miss when we were trying to build this nonsense? Disgusting shaded pass in the park. Yep. Okay, yeah, cry about it. Is anyone saying that the roller coaster is not safe? I don't think so. I guess I could have just clicked on this. Yeah, alright, well we solved that PR disaster. Let's move on to the next one here. Okay, so we've made it past 600 mark. I think it might be time for us to get a little bit more serious about putting another roller coaster in. Because that's what's going to draw the big crowds, right? And we have other options now. We got the corkscrew coaster is a nice one that's not too hard to build. It's just the wooden coaster is so hard to build in a confined space like this, because you don't have those track elements that are easier to handle. So we also have these kind of simpler designs. You got Boomerang, you got Cobra. This looks like exactly the same kind of deal. I know it's not, but and Six Flags rides. Get out of here with that. Try not to use like the cheaty things, but something simple like this one probably is not going to be too hard to build in here. Yeah, see, like there's one of these spots like right about here. It was going to, there we go. Against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and click. Now I just have to figure out how to get the station entrance in. To where I can actually see what I'm doing. Because there's a tree there. That there. I think I can make this work. I think I can make it work. Let's just try this. Ah, there's a tree. Ah, there's a roller coaster. No, wait. Did that actually just work? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's actually going to let me do this. Ah, there it is. Boomerang in the way. No, don't worry. It'll come back. Alright. Should I have gone up? I guess I could just go straight here. Ah, yes. Boomerang in the way. Okay, now what about... nope. Boomerang in the way. What about coming up... Ah, nope. Boomerang in the way. What about going up this way? First of all, okay, I guess I should check and see if it's even possible to get... No. Okay, boomerang in the way. Alright, now I've done it. I gotta be able to get my my path across this. Okay, so it'll work here. But once that boomerang's in the way, then boomerang's in the way. You're not gonna be able to get around it. Okay, not quite. We'll go one more. There we go. Alright, so that's gonna work. Open. Raise that price to $4. Hopefully it's... Okay. Not going to be crash out of the back of the station mode, hopefully. And it looks like this is going to play nicely with our other coasters here, so maybe that'll help out Whoop-de-doo. 5.42. What about the other Whoop-de-doo? 5.31. Yeah, alright, that's what I'm talking about. Get that thing in here. What, are these people afraid of it? I can't afford boomerang. Alright, well, don't come to the theme park if you don't have money. Pay up. Let's go. Alright, we got some people getting on here. The perspective from this angle on this ride is always weird because these two lift hills look like one. But if you rotate, then you can see that they're not the same thing. Alright, cool beans. We'll just let that be what it's got to be. The Whip-de-doos are functioning beautifully as intended. People are buying on-ride photos as intended, and we're making money as intended. So, now we're up to 700 guests, and the video's almost an hour long, but don't worry, we're going to keep going. They're riding the top spin. Are they riding the boomerang? 1,056 per hour? Okay. You know, all things considered, this could have gone a whole lot worse, so I'm kind of glad this ended up not being terrible. Can I put another top spin over here? That's a little high. That's above the track, isn't it? I don't think we want that. Okay, that's going to be possibly an issue, but if I can get the... Yeah, if I can get this to line up, then we might be okay. That's a tree, right? Well, let's see how that... No, that's not a tree. Okay. Alright. I'll tell you what. Let's do... Wait, am I building over the path again? It's so hard to tell. Caucasian fir tree in the way. Man, everything's in the way, huh? So, why don't we go ahead and, yeah, we'll go ahead and just do this. That's that, oh, it's that stupid tree. That's how they get you. Wait, was that already the correct height? Man, isometric view is absolutely just an all-time hater, is what this is. Is that... Oh, I'm not even looking at the right spot. It's the tree. It's the tree. I'm telling you, man. That tree. That tree's got some sort of evil powers. Alright. This one we can put on Berserk mode. For the thrill seekers out there. Oh, they're lining up. Alright, cool. I warned you. It's Berserk mode. But now I've got to see if I can get this information kiosk. Aha! There we go. That's a perfect place to put one of those. Alright. closing in on 800 guests. I think we're not going to have a problem meeting the scenario conditions. It's just a little bit of a pain in the butt to get there. Well, what would RollerCoaster Tycoon be without some sort of nonsense like that? Alright. It's too crowded here. We'll get over it. There's a whole lot of people. So I guess we could build something else out this way to try and bring the crowds somewhere else. Because this little thoroughfare here is probably getting pretty crowded. Yeah, so if there's another roller coaster, inverted roller coaster is an option, possibly. What is the inverted roller coaster? Is that... Ah, that's these things, okay. I don't know, like, I want to build a roller coaster and I want to pay this loan back, but... I don't know. Trying to think about... Oh, now it's quiet. If there's a way to build this, like, there's got to be a spot where it's going to work. But I'm just so afraid that it's going to be hilariously expensive. Yeah, like even down here is not really going to be a thing that's going to play nice. But the wooden roller coasters are really cool, and I wish we could build them. Mischief is usually a good design. We already kind of tried this before. Yeah, that's not going to work. There's one of these called Microphobia. I think I've mentioned it before, but it was one of these. It wasn't this one. You know what? That's actually probably a good design for this, because of how compact it is. But the other side of that coin is, of course, because it's compact, there's not going to be room for... Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay, that's supposed to cost $6 grand. And... okay, that one was $99.65. This is going to look incredibly stupid. But I think we can do it. So long as I can get this... I don't even know where the lift hill starts. Okay, so that's going to be the end. Okay, that's when they're coming in. I think this is going to be a scenario where I'm just going to have to suck it up and make a suboptimal design here. Alright, hide the supports. Hide the supports so I can actually click on this. Alright, so down we go. Got 3 down so we can actually see it. 3 down, we can actually see it. Okay. So now we just have to have the paths all connect, and that's, I guess I should probably have it connect through here. Would make the most sense. I don't know if it's going to want to play nice or not, so if I go down, come out this way. What's the height mark on the path? 0 feet, 25 feet. Okay, so this is quite literally only useful to do this so you can get some separation. Gotcha. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and... I guess we can keep going down. But I'm a little concerned about this tree here. Okay, so that turns out not to be a thing. That is not connected in the slightest. There we go. Alright, so that's at 10 feet. We'll just go ahead and connect that. Turn this around. That did not help at all. And I mean at all. Sheesh. Alright, isometric view. Okay. That's not even remotely connected. Sheesh. Alright, well, I'll tell you what we can do is we can go down, and then we can have... That's not in the right spot. Alright, so this is going to disconnect that, and then we'll just... There we go. Alright, well, that was a mess and a half. Alright, $4 it is for this guy. Kind of reminds me of a kidney bean, so guess what? That's what we're going to name it. Nope, I can't spell. Sheesh. Kidney bean. Get those guys in there. We got a roller coaster dropping like flies, man. Alright, so that's working. Hopefully that helps pull some people out of the more crowded areas of the park. Can't forget to put in some trash cans. A couple of benches, as one does. Okay, 884 guests. We're at the end of year 3. I'm going to go ahead and put this in turbo mode. And we're going to try to get through the last year here. But I think I can go ahead and pay the loan back. That's probably a smart idea. Alright, so now everything is pure profit. We were actually making a pretty decent amount of money before I started spending a bunch of it building roller coasters. Okay, what have we unlocked? Oh! Well, that's a development. So these roller coasters can have randomized station brakes failure, which is not ideal. That's probably what it was. Is it going to tell me? How many people died on this? 12. Okay, well that's not ideal. Okay, the restraints were stuck closed, but that's not why it crashed. Alright, so, people probably aren't going to ride this. But some people are definitely going to get on it. The majority of the thoughts are going to be about it being unsafe. But it will operate, and that's fine. Park rating took a little bit of a nosedive from that, but, you know, it'll climb back up. This is operating. Everything else is doing fine. We're up over 900 guests, so that's good. Probably going to have to put another coaster in. Or at least a couple of other things that are going to bring in some guests. Because it seems like it's kind of plateaued a little bit, about 930, 940. Nope, still going up? Alright. But I don't trust the guest count here. Ferris wheel. Oh, okay, now we've researched pretty much everything there is to research. So what else do we have? Okay, I'm not building any of those. Definitely not building any of those. 3D cinema, I mean, it's a flat ride, so maybe it might be a smart idea to build one, but I don't think it's going to have that big of a guest generation. River Rapids just made me mad. Chairlift, we don't have anywhere to put a chairlift that can actually make it go somewhere. So, I mean, let's see, I've got, how many roller coasters? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 roller coasters. Honestly, that's not bad. Just gotta have somewhere else to dump guests. And when I say dump, I'm not talking about killing them. But, you know, maybe the 3D cinema is not such a bad thing after all. If I can have a decent spot to stick these guys. If I can actually see the entrance to this. Oh, that doesn't even line up at all. But also that's probably for the best. That's not going to fit there. So that's gone. See this? I don't really have any great spots to put something like this. This wouldn't be a terrible thing if it would actually let me place it down. Oh, we got vandalism. Hold on. I wish I could actually see the stuff. I guess I could do see-through rides. Is there any other vandalism I should know about? Can't really see anything. Huh. Okay, well, that's fine. I gotta put something somewhere, though. Ideally something that would have a lot of guests fit on. I guess it's roller coasters. Does this have, like, a really polar cap? There's one of these that I did. I can't remember which one it was, but it got stuck in a I'm not doing anything loop, and then I got roasted in the comments for it, which was kind of funny. But let's see. Polar cap. Can I put this anywhere over here? Maybe not. What about over here? No? Yeah, see, it's not all sunshine and rainbows in prefabricated coaster land. Yeah, that's not going to work. Anything else? I mean, I'm at 950, so we could just do marketing and get over the hump that way, but I don't like marketing. I'd prefer not to use it. What else am I going to be able to do, man? I mean, I could put another go-kart in, but I don't know what the guest generation is for that. It is April 23rd. I want it to be a coaster, but how? This is the big one. Now, there's one of these that's just completely vertical. Yeah, that's a little cheap. A little cheap, but... I mean, if it works, it works. Now, this one's cool because it's got the loops that go around the station, but it's also really big. Alright, so 7526 and 3060 are brothers. Which one's better? 5.4, 5.7, 7.9, 7.9. Alright, it's this one. It's the station at the top where the twisties are at the bottom. No, I didn't. I tried to press S to pan the camera, and that brought up the staff menu. That's not how that works. Alright. Oh, you know what would be kind of cool? Is if I could put this over the station platform for the other ride, but I don't think... Somehow I don't think that's going to work. So here might actually work to our benefit, having this set up like this. Can I get this to go around the path? No, it doesn't seem like I can. Ah, aha. Okay, yeah, you know what? That's going to work. That's going to work, and that's going to look pretty cool. So I'm actually going to have the entrance be on this side and the exit be on that side because it's going to be easier to get guys into the exit there. So let's open the ride. Build RQ. Nice and easy. Alright, so now I've got to play with the invisible guests. Wow, it's so much cleaner here. Oh wait, you can actually see all the vomit. Alright, this is a useful view. I should use it more. Anyway, I was in that menu to put the height marks on the paths. This is at 40, and this is at 15. So I think it's going to be in our best interest to just... It's the tree. It's always the tree. Alright, so that's not going to win any beauty contests for sure, but... Nope, not quite. One more. Alright, that is an abomination of path creation, but it works. What's our motto? If it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid, but it works. Oh, that guy just vomited all over the path. Nice. Good job, dude. Where's my handyman? They're just handymanning. Well, I have enough money. Just throw more handyman at it. Hire some more mechanics, why not? Respect those rides. Don't kill anybody. But I like the idea of the roller coaster going around the path. That's actually pretty cool. So, wait, why is nobody getting on this? Because it's not tested? Okay, but why? Okay, so somebody's in line for it. Although I don't think only one person can ride it. I think they've got to have a buddy. So it might be a little bit of a wait until they find somebody else who's willing to take the risk. It's going to be so much of a wait, I'm going to turn on turbo mode. But, I mean, we're at 1,000 guests, and the park rating is pretty much entirely recovered, so... Is there still only that one? Okay, there's 6 people on the ride. Why is it not gone yet? 7 people. What's the maximum? Oh, I didn't have a maximum waiting time. There we go. All right, so now it's tested. 545, that's pretty good. Intensity of 7 is, I guess, fine. There we go, folks. Okay, so what did it research? Monorail. Is there a chance the track could bend? Well, this one does. But again, we don't need to build it. Miniature railroad. There is a version of this that's like American style that I always liked. And then there's one that had the covered wagons that was kind of cool. But I don't... Yeah, it's only Gentle Ride's left side. I mean, I could cut funding, but I'm making so much money, I don't think I care. So, I mean, we managed to do something. It's not the most beautiful park ever. But we did make a couple of custom coasters that are, you know, objectively not that exciting, but we tried. And we have a replacement for the shuttle loop now that actually has on-ride photos. A little bit more exciting. Merry-go-round broke down. Oh, Space Ring, so that ride sucks. That's awful. That's like, you know, you're just scraping the bottom of the barrel when that thing comes up. And it gives you the option on the space rings to have like a fewer amount of rings. But like, why? why would you ever do that? It just takes one of them off of the platform. It doesn't make the platform any smaller. But yeah, I mean, we're over 1,000 guests. We didn't remove any trees. In fact, we added a tree at the beginning of the episode. And, I mean, there's not really much else we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and make the balloons free. I'm not going to put another stall in because I don't think we need to. But hey, we're making money hand over fist. We got over $30,000. Over 1,000 guests. So I'm going to do the end of episode stuff now. I mean, what else are we going to do? The episode's already an hour, 15 minutes long. I appreciate you being here so much. I love this game. I'm glad we get to keep doing these episodes. There is one more left in the vanilla game from RollerCoaster Tycoon 1. And then we get into the expansion packs. I think the last one is Thunder Rock, maybe. So that'll be the next episode we post for this. And then we'll get into Corkscrew Follies, or added attractions in the British release, I think. And then Loopy Landscapes. Unless that one has another name, too. I don't know. But then after that, of course, on to RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 proper. But yeah, I mean, it's been really fun. And it's not possible to do without your support watching the video. So I really appreciate that. Beard Boosters as well, making it possible to do this instead of just posting a beaver video every single day. Which, hey, I love Timberborn. It's the most popular game on the channel, so I have a whole lot of fun playing. You guys have a whole lot of fun watching it, but it is still nice to do other stuff. And those folks make it possible with their direct financial contribution. So again, thanks to you if you're part of that. If you're not, that's fine too. Just glad that you're here. And now all we got to do is wait for the end and put our name on that board. And there you go. We successfully did it. We built around all those stupid trees and had a little bit of fun along the way. So, appreciate you being here once again. We'll put our name on the list, and that's going to be all she wrote. Have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.